Good morning, Leo Hayes. Here are your morning announcements.
Model UN Club. The first meeting of the Model UN Club will take place next Tuesday, October 1st, at the start of lunch in Miss Jenkins' room, A245.
International Club. We are excited to announce the first meeting of the International Club happening on Wednesday, October 2nd. Whether you're passionate about exploring new cultures, connecting with others, or simply looking for a fun and engaging community, the International Club is the perfect place for you. We meet October 2nd at 12:40 in room A234. We look forward to seeing you there.
Travel to Italy. Are you passionate about traveling? Do you like the idea of traveling to another country? Are you interested in learning history or another language? Are you adventurous and wanting to explore the world? Students in grade 9 and 10 who like to travel, explore the world, and have the opportunity to spend a week in Italy in March 2027 need to visit Miss Horseman in room B121 for more details and early enrollment discount opportunities.
Beaver Computing Challenge. This is an announcement for any students in grade 9 or 10. Do you like competitions, solving puzzles? Do you want an opportunity to put your logical problem-solving skills to the test? Consider participating in this year's Beaver Computing Challenge. To sign up or to get more information, please see Mrs. Simmons in B216 above the cafeteria by October 17.
And here are our guests.
Look at all that orange. Nope, this wasn't a fashion memo. This is Orange Shirt Day. On September 30th, people wear orange to honor kids who went to residential schools and the families and communities that have been and still are affected. As of this year, Orange Shirt Day is 10 years old, and a lot has changed over the years. Kids across Canada had questions for Orange Shirt Day founder Phyllis Webstad.
Hi, Phyllis!
And we did too. So we met up with Webstad at the CBC building in Toronto. Cool. Get it all around. All right, you ready? Hello, I'm Ainara with CBC Kids News. Thank you so much again for taking the time to come and talk to me today.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So the first question that we have, this is Kai in Fredericton. Here you go.
How did it feel when people supported you?
Okay, how do you feel when people supported you? When I first seen that it was being accepted was just disbelief. How can this be happening? Like jaw-dropping. And I'm a doer, so I thought I have to do something. So I went online and I found every picture there was of everything orange shirt related, and I printed them and I scrapbooked. It just keeps going every year, and for whatever reason I was chosen to do this, and it's an amazing feeling that my story is helping to bring awareness to something that is just so horrific.
We've already seen how Orange Shirt Day has grown over these last 10 years, but how do you think Orange Shirt Day might look in the next 10 years? I
haven't been asked yet, but one thing I would like to do is to talk internationally, to go to other countries and tell my story, and maybe even a movie, the Orange Shirt story, be able to do that. So maybe 10 years from now we can chat again and talk about how it's changed from now until then. And
I hope to talk to you again in 10 years too.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. Victoria heard your story and she had a question about that moment that they took your shirt away. Here she is.
Hi, my name is Victoria. My question is, why did they take your orange shirt and how did you feel when they took it?
Okay. The mission is what we called it, St. Joseph Indian Residential School. It's about 20 minutes out of Williams Lake, and when we got there, everybody's clothing was taken away, not just my clothing. Then we were stripped and we had to take a shower, and they cut our hair. At Granny's, my baths were by the stove. I had never seen water coming out of the walls before, and we were frightened, like 5 and 6 year olds. And a lot of them were like that. We didn't have electricity or showers, and no matter what we did or tried to fight to get our clothing, we were 5 and 6-year-olds. They weren't going to listen to us. So no matter how much we cried or protested or tried to fight back, there was no use. And I'm often asked by children, how did it feel? And what I say is, when you're at the mall or you're at the grocery store and you lose track of your parents and you're little and you're just suddenly frozen in fear, you're just so scared you could just pee your pants. It was just really scary for a new 6-year-old.
When we see like Orange Shirt Day and, residential schools, I feel like when we see it depicted, we see them a little bit older, like I would say like 10 maybe, which is still awful. But to think that you were like that small, like my brother just started grade 1, and he's still just learning so much, and he doesn't know that you don't really know fully what's going on.
And this is why this is so effective, is because it's a simple story that people can understand, students, children can understand, that everybody has families. Can imagine getting them stolen and taken and not being able to do a darn thing about it.
Kids in classrooms also had questions about residential schools and what went on in them. So here's one from Maddie, who is in Toronto.
Hi, my name is Maddie. Is residential school scary?
It was just scary not having family around, and then to not really associate or have a familiar face there.
And that actually relates to Maddie's other question, which was she was also wondering what it was like to be away from your family for so long.
Yeah, to have everything that's familiar gone and not understanding as a new 6-year-old, like, is this forever? It feels like forever. Why can't I be at home? I don't understand why you're keeping me here. And it's like being held captive in a jail.
What was that moment that made you decide that you wanted to tell your story?
I had never really connected my history with my healing journey. I've heard that our experiences are in every fiber of our being, so in our tissues and in our bones. And when I started talking and telling my story in 2013, it was like my bones were aching from the insides. And that whole experience was coming out, and it was, I'd say for a good 3 weeks, it was like that. Just no Tylenol or no Advil or anything could make it better. And it was very painful, not only physically, but like mentally and emotionally.
It's not, like you said, it's not something that you can just, ice or take medicine for. You have to sort of just see it through to the end.
Yes, yeah.
You were in the residential school for a year, and we have another question from Penelope, who was wondering about what happened afterwards.
Hi, my name is Penelope, and my question is, how did you feel when you were free from residential school?
Just excited, relieved to be in an environment where I mattered and where there were elders and aunties and uncles and community and my granny's house, and just imagine how exciting it was to be back.
So it must be a big challenge to find ways to move forward.
We grew up not being able to be who we were meant to be. But the oppression is lifting in our families and our communities. The sky's the limit, it's possible, to be doctors and dentists and to do whatever it is that we want to do, and not be afraid to try and keep trying. And if one path doesn't work, then try another, and take a break if you need to, and anything is possible.
Thank you so much for, diving into this deep topic with me. So the kids we spoke to also had a message for you.
Okay.
It's just the right one. Okay, just making sure. All right, here you go.
We're all happy that you survived and you're able to tell your story, so our generation could know what happened.
Thank you for teaching us about residential schools.
Our future is in good hands.
Thank you.
I'm always amazed by students in this next generation, and that you care and that you're going to make sure this never happens again. Because right now there's, what they say, 40,000 survivors in this country, and one day there will be no survivors left. And it'll be up to you to continue on without us. So this is our way of putting hands up. Say, I raise my hands to you. I thank you. So thank you for having me.
Yes,
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll see you somewhere in 10 years.
Yes.
That's all for your morning announcements, Leo Hayes. Have a Friday.